Hi, I'm David Frankel.
And I'm Duncan Freebird.
And today we are going to be touring Greater Manchester's finest garden centre railways. We're here in Brookside in Poynton, and we're also going to be going to the Dragon miniature railway in Marple. And we're going to be comparing the two. We've both been to Brookside many times. Duncan's been to Dragon once or twice. I have never been to Dragon before, so this is new and exciting. They also have this old steam train here in the playground called Katie, and that track round there is from the drive your own Thomas the Tank Engine thingamajig, which is not quite as exciting as the actual miniature steam railway here in Brookside. And they also have a bunch of old signs. These, for example, Hampstead Heath and Manchester Victoria. Now that the steam train is leaving, we will be going on a different one. Oh, shut up. I have made videos of Brookside before as part of the David's Live Clips series, but this is the new one.
Do you want to wait for the steam train to come back? Because right now it's diesel. Do you want to wait for the steam train?
We'll wait for the steam train to come round. Why not? So this is Brookside Central Station, I believe.
Yeah, David. Do you have the tickets?
I do have the tickets.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Please don't tell me you left them.
I definitely did not leave them.
It's not even stopping, it's on the test one.
Oh, maybe it's a new locomotive. No, I've seen that one before. So this is the so-called Brookside Central, but it's really confusing because it's also Giggleswick, Keswick, Blackpool North, Stockport, Cheadle, Poynton, Penmaenmawr, and various other stations as well. Bramall. Yeah, they just have a bunch of old signs here. I don't even remember. Where did they get all these from? There's like.
I don't know. Where did they get the Cheadle one from?
Maybe the guy.
Poynton.
Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe the guy who built this was a railway sign collector, and he just put them all here. So yeah, so like I said, we've done videos of Brookside before, but this is a new video in our new format, if you like, which we're not copywriting, don't worry. Yeah, so we're going to explore Brookside, and then we're going to go up to the Dragon in Marple and compare the two. So Duncan, tell us a bit about your experiences of Brookside in the past.
I've been on it.
How many times?
Lots.
You came here last week, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll tell you a bit about the rail and the garden centre. The garden centre also contains a pottery painting thing and an aquarium, as well as various other things. There's an abandoned loop track, because when the line first opened it wasn't a whole loop. It used to leave here and go down there and then loop round and come back here, but then they extended it all the way around, so the loop is now abandoned. There's also Brookside Halt, which is an abandoned station, and then they more recently added another extension, an extra loop, so it's now a figure of 8, and in that loop there is a station that serves the fun fair when it's on, and it just passes for the rest of the time.
Yes. The old loop is actually, you actually stop at the old loop at Christmas time.
Oh yeah, the Santa station. Yeah,
Santa's grotto.
but there's no actual stop there. It just kind of stops.
No. You shall see the loop when we get there.
Yeah, there's also at the figure of 8. There's an extra bit of track connecting it before the top end opened. Here's a little diagram to explain it. Yeah, who knew garden centre railways could be so complicated?
Oh,
and here comes our steam train.
back. Back or front?
Front.
Front.
Or back. And we're off. We go around here, the playground, with Katie the steam train. So we're now around the edge of the garden centre. We're approaching the former Brookside Halt station. You can see there's a passing loop here, which I assume they used when the trains were running around the original loop, so trains could pass each other, although it is now no longer in use because the trains only run in one direction. And this is not Euston Station, but Brookside Halt. It's the old platform, the old station, and you can see where that new bit of fence was added in, where the entrance was. I assume they...
Manchester Victoria.
Yeah, there's the aquarium and the potting centre. Last time I came here, and I worked out about the disused station, I reckon that they closed it because people were using the train to shoplift things because the train allowed them to bypass the exit with the checkout. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, how low must you have been to grab a plant pot and jump on the express train? Here's the abandoned loop section. Oh no, it wasn't this. It was the other way round. Yeah, hang on. No, this is the new section. Or newer, anyway. I got my directions mixed up. Yeah, and there's the other end of the loop line. Here's an abandoned bridge, which doesn't go anywhere. And here is the main depot. So now we go around this kind of off-limits area. And here's the other episode with Bournemouth West. Not episode, what? Depot. Episode of Depot Show, the Depot Show. And that was the original track which went round, and we joined back up later on, but we're now on a new loop around the fun fair. So this is a tiny little extension added on, and that is the station for the fun fair, which I've never actually seen open.
I've seen it open.
Have you?
Yeah.
So this is where they have the fun fair every now and then. And here it is. There's the siding, here's the river, and here's where we meet up back on the line, and you can see this bit of track here is the old bit that avoided the loop. And there it goes all the way back again. Over the river once more. Not sure what river this is. I'll put it in the bottom. Hazel Grove. Hello, welcome back. We're now going to follow the track through the garden centre.
So here's the first tunnel.
When you're walking through a garden centre following a miniature railway, something must have gone very badly. So that's the so-called Millennium Tunnel. So this is actually the new section of track. I mixed up. So this is the new part, the second part. So there's two extensions. The first extension, which is this, and the second extension. Again, I'm not sure exactly the year, so I'll put it here in the little text at the bottom. Give you a bit more detail once I found out. I should have probably done a bit of research before we came, but we didn't plan to come here until the last minute. We were originally going to go to the Crewe Rail Heritage Centre, which we also visited in a previous David's Life Clips video, but unfortunately it's closed till April. Still, we will probably revisit that at some point, so expect a video soon. Yep, same old. Going through Shed Town. They keep moving the sheds. I remember when we used to come here, when we were like really like kids, we used to be obsessed with this place and we'd come here all the time. And there was this one shed with like 2 levels that we were absolutely obsessed with. I wonder if we can find it, just for old time's sake.
You know you can walk through there. There is a gap.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we appear to have come across the former Brookside halt. You can see quite clearly that that bit of fence is new.
Yeah.
This was very clearly a station once upon a time. No more.
Yeah.
And that's the pottery place where I painted this train and this cat. And there's also the aquarium where we bought our 2 pet fish, Fishy and Dotty, a while back. They didn't last very long. Goldfish don't really have very long lifespans. But it's a nice aquarium. Do you want to go in or?
No.
CBA. So now the miniature railway becomes a miniature tram running at the garden centre equivalent of street level.
Don't like the diesels. Diesels coming.
Yeah, we should probably get out the way. Ah, maybe it's down here. Oh no, they've closed off this section. Maybe they're redoing it.
No.
So this is where the...
closed over.
So this is where the... No, it's... Yeah, over here is the so-called Santa's Grotto station, which doesn't really exist. And this is the loop line. So originally, this bit of track didn't exist. They'd come round here and then go back. Like I said, the diagram will explain all. This loop track is quite overgrown, as you can see, since it hasn't been used till whatever year I've just written in the description, in the caption. No, I don't think so. There used to be a swimming pool. No, used to be able to come here. That was a swimming pool at some point. I don't know whose idea it was to have a swimming pool in the middle of a garden centre in Great Britain. Hey, I honestly don't know. Seems like a bit of a stupid idea, if you ask me. And that,
old signs and everything.
and here's where the old abandoned loop with its level crossing meets the in use section.
And the old.
Well, it's not coming here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't go through there anymore. You used to be able to cut through. Can you still? I don't know. No, I've closed it off now. We have to go through the exit.
The old building.
Yes. And then if we go round, there's also a little path where we can see the depot. But we actually have to leave the garden centre first. According to Duncan, that is the building they use for Santa's Grotto during the Christmas season.
That is where you get to the picture.
Alright. So yeah. So it's interesting how even what seems to be a simple garden centre miniature railway has its own disused stations, abandoned loop lines, and its own complex history. How weird is that?
And its own crossing alarms.
Oh yeah, they have crossing alarms.
For the heck of it.
I imagine they probably get quite annoying for the people who work here. Great filming work, David. Thank you. I was being sarcastic. Oh. And here's our favourite arts and crafts shop, which used to be inside the actual garden centre, but they moved it out here. And if we go up here, so along here is the kind of loading and unloading area where we're not allowed. There's also an abandoned signal box here, which is pretty cool. And there's also a cafe and a little bit more stuff up here. There's the model shop. There's some interesting stuff on there. We can have a look in a minute. And here is an old model railway, which I've never seen them actually use. I think it's pretty broken, but it's supposed to be a figure of 8 model railway. It's completely broken. It's not going anywhere. So that's the party suite. There's some chickens around here. Are there any chickens? No. No chickens. No chickens. Oh yes, the tube map. Right by Bilston Central. And if you go through this little network of passages at the back, we get to see the old bridge, which they don't use anymore. Here is the depot. It's cool if you come here at the end of the day, you can see them putting the trains away. Use the little turntable and everything. Right now there's not very much going on. We don't want to spend too long here because we want to move on and go over to Dragon, where we're going to spend a little longer and compare the two. So this one's got diesel and steam trains. It's quite long, old signs, old stations, loops, and its own little history. And the garden centre has a handful of other interesting things, including a non-functioning model railway and an old steam train, so it's got a little bit of everything. And a drive your own Thomas the Tank Engine tramway. And it's also got its own little model shop. Welcome to Euston. This station is owned and managed by Railtrack. No, it isn't. There's the old restaurant we used to go to, which is now abandoned. We're now going to go into the ticket booth and see if we can get a taxi to our other railway of the day, Dragon in Marple. Okay, so that's Brookside done. We're now waiting for our taxi. It's going to take us to Dragon Railway in Marple. And here we are at the Dragon Miniature Railway in Marple something or other garden centre. Oh yeah, they have basically the same as Brookside as well. A self-driving tram like thing. That's handy, and it's by tickets. So let's go. Duncan's been here before, so he's going to be our tour guide. Say hello, Duncan.
Hello, Duncan.
Okay. So there's the station. Hello, everybody.
I have never been on the steam train, but I've always been on that diesel.
Western Champion.
Yes.
They have loads. They have loads of like short trains. They have lots of them, and they're shorter. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. That's new.
Okay. Good. And that's the Goit, which meets the Tame in Stockport to become the Mersey, and then flows out of Manchester, i.e. out of anywhere important. JK, it also happens to run through Liverpool, but who cares about that? I'm sorry to anyone from Liverpool watching this. I apologise if my jokes are very offensive. But let's be honest, the Mersey only flows through one important city. Oh, trampolines, that's cool. Riverside signal box. So this is Riverside, which is the name of one of my cities in Minecraft. Also Riverside. It's nice. There's all sorts of random display things alongside the railway, kind of like Audley End. The Audley End Railway is quite similar. They've got random stuff alongside the railway for the kids. Here's the depot.
Well, quite big.
And the other depot. And we're back at the station. That was I don't think it's quite as long as Brookside, but
I've been on Princess and Flying Dragon.
What?
Princess and Flying Dragon, those two there.
Oh, the locomotives. Yeah, so they have a lot of short trains here.
Yeah.
That was quite cool. So that was fun. We might go on it again in a minute since it's very short. So unlike Brookside, it doesn't actually run through the garden centre. It kind of fills the gap between the garden centre and the road and the river as well. Where are we going now?
To the coffee shop.
To the coffee shop.
I need a coffee.
You already had a coffee this morning.
Yeah, I need another one. But
Oh dear.
we'll try and get on the one with the blue seats because those are comfortable and that one does get up to a high speed.
And there's Tara the tram, the dragon equivalent of Toby the tram from Brookside, where you get to drive it yourself. Although I think we'll pass up on that. That's a desk chair wheel. Hello, what's your name?
My name's John.
How long have you been working here?
I've been here for about 10 years now.
So, are you a volunteer, or is this a
Volunteer, yeah. Volunteer.
Do you work on the weekends?
Mainly, yeah.
So, what's it like working here on the miniature railway?
Well, it's quite rewarding in a way because you're learning skills and obviously you get to work on engines that are all different ages and stuff. I mean, this one's about 23 years old, this one in particular, but some
Wow.
of them we've got are about 40 odd years old. So,
Good God, I see it needs a lot of oil all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's we'll just put our little bit of time in, help out here and there, do track work, station infrastructure.
It's cool. My friend tells me there's a bit of abandoned track around here as well.
Like when I came one time, there was a tiny bit of track there connecting the two sides. I don't know why.
I'm not sure. It's been here before.
That could have been the old part of the loop. We have done a lot of retrack lane over the years, so make the
How old is this railway?
this rail. We opened in 1999.
So if these locomotives are older than the railway, where were they before?
Before, a lot of them were at Brookside.
We just came from Brookside as well.
This one's from Whitby.
Oh, that's cool. So it's the same gauge as Brookside.
7 1/4, yeah.
That's cool. Well, thank you very much. Hello, welcome back. We're going to go around one more time, but first we've got to finish our hot drinks, because obviously they're not allowed on the train for obvious reasons. Meanwhile, there's this cute little miniature railway you can see here. 2 trains running around, and also
You said miniature.
model. I'm sorry. That's a miniature railway. That's a model railway.
Like a Virgin train.
Very different. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's a bit weird. There's also a HST back there. That's cool. We're model train spotters, aren't we? Right. A polo. Like, look at that. It's a polo. Right. And that is very weird. Here's a bad joke I just made up. So I went to this cafe and asked for a hot chocolate, and they said, "Oh, we have a Panic at the Disco special hot chocolate." And I said, "Oh, what's in that?" And they said, "Champagne, cocaine, and gasoline." Duncan is not amused. Hello and welcome back. We're going to be going round the railway again, just for fun. Oh dear.
If I stop there, be straight into the
Ah, okay. It's okay, we'll go back and pick it up. At least this isn't a national rail line. That would have been a lot worse. Whoops. Oh dear. Hello, what's your name?
Alex.
And how long have you been working here?
Well, I'm an ex-volunteer. Just come down for the day, helping
Oh,
out.
that's cool. Alright. So can you tell us a bit about the steam engine?
Well, this one, first type of this one was built in 1968 by a guy called Roger Marsh. The original one is still out and working on another railway called Moors Valley. How it works, obviously you've got the fire in there, heats up the water. All this steam comes into the dome, and you've got a valve round here, but you open from the regulator, because all this pipe down here goes all the way down to here, down the tubes, and goes into the top of the cylinders here, into the crossheads. Basically that's making it move, open the valves and everything.
That's what turns the wheels.
Yeah, opens down to here. The valves and everything go like that back and forth. Then powers all this. Basically from this connector rod and everything down to here, onto these main axles and on to the connector rods. And all it links back here to the valve, all the main rest of the valve here, which is going to move back a bit.
So why have you come down here today?
See some friends and see my old pet engine.
Oh, that's nice. Well, thank you very much. So, what's your name?
Lee.
How long have you been working here?
7 years. This year.
So I'm sure you're aware of the nearby Brookside. How does this railway interact with Brookside? Is it?
The railway started at Brookside. The engines that we run were built by the owner of the railway, and he needed somewhere to run them, and they went to Brookside.
And today, do you feel as if you're competing with them, or is it more symbiotic?
Well, in theory, we're two different railways, two different sides of every area. We were just a secondary set-up after Brookside, because we started in '99. Brookside's been going since the late '80s.
Okay.
We just run alongside Brookside. We're in the same game. We don't compete as such. Other people, you get different catchment areas, because Brookside serves Macclesfield.
I feel like Brookside seemed a lot busier than...
Brookside's been a well-established railway since 30 odd years, so it will be a lot more busier. Here, it's just hit and miss, but we are busy, because obviously with Brookside they're having a new bypass built, so they're struggling to get people into the car park, so a lot of customers you'll find actually come from Brookside to here and do 2 railways in a day.
Yeah, that's what we've done basically.
Big events, like in August we're running a steam weekend where we have traction engines in the car park, the steam engines running on here.
It's cool.
We get busy then. We have Christmas, Halloween, and we're very, very busy.
And why garden centres?
Garden centres is where you can get the trade. If we run this in the middle of nowhere, you wouldn't necessarily get loads of people coming from far and wide to visit. With the garden centre, it's an added attraction for the centre, and also it makes more general awareness that, you know, if you come to a garden centre, you see the trade. Whereas if this was just on its own in this space, it wouldn't exactly make an impact on visit members of the public.
I see. Well, thank you very much. Well, that was fun. So, goodbye from Duncan. Check out his channel. It's under construction, I think. Still, it's under construction, whatever it is, but he's going to be posting lots of new and exciting videos soon. Check him out in the description below. It's goodbye from me. Please subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter @DavidFrankel. I love miniature railways. I think we should do more of these videos in the future.
I think so as well.
We should definitely do more of these. There's one in, so we'll do Crewe Heritage Railway Centre. There's also one in Knutsford, which we might visit in the near future.
Far.
I think they should
love these.
they should have one of these in our school.
Well, from the music department to the PE block to the
Yes.
drama block
Yes.
all the way to the main school building.
We need that. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Goodbye.